Shit. Okay, there we go. Hi. Yeah, no, it's 2 a.m. for me, and I'm live because I do not sleep. And this was the only time I'm going to be able to stream because I have work tomorrow, and it fucking sucks. Well, by tomorrow I mean in like 4 hours, by the way, or 4 to 5 hours, something like that. Yesterday I got busy. I got super busy even. Holy shit. It's going to be a very interesting next few months for me, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Also, uh, very interesting in the sense where I might get a little busy, but it's a good kind of busy. You know, it's the productive kind of busy. So even this month, actually, I think I told you guys, even this month, video production is going to be a little slow. It doesn't help that my editor is inactive too. I feel like everybody's been inactive as of late. When one would expect it's not supposed to, when one would expect that they're not supposed to be inactive because you know it's fucking summer break or whatever. I'm not sure if they're in any sort of working capacity, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure they're at college. I don't know why they're not responding, but yeah. What kind of busy? Oh, I'm just prepping for just IRL stuff. Just IRL stuff to make streaming and like making time easier for me, and something in related to my job, that's gonna allow me to put more time in for content and to uh, to like basically allow myself to experiment a little bit more. Maybe even I'll get more. I'll even get some stuff to pump out more membership stuff. Because I really need to do that. By the way, I've been thinking of like doing a lot of, um, again, experimental content for membership only stuff. Hold on. Let me change the title of the stream real quick because I seriously don't know what to put in there right now. I mean, I do. I have like a monthly. I have a monthly members exclusive video. So if you want to be a member, go to Patreon or my memberships on my YouTube. But like what I mean by that is like something more. You know, like I want to add more that I can do with my membership, just so I can like shill it a lot more properly at least. Yeah. Hold on, let me change the title real quick. This VTuber got cancelled for what? Fans turn against Asmongold. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. What are your guys' thoughts about the new Stellar Blade trailer? Actually, I don't like. Okay. So I actually don't know anything about Stellar Blade. I know that it's made by a Korean studio, and that it's a Korean game. You know, hot girls in it. The porn is probably good. My issue with it, tbh, or not issue with it. My issue in general is because I don't really have time for video games anymore. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, aside from my work and my YouTube, right? I really only have time for at least three things. One is watching anime, two, one is watching anime and movies, like you know, actual film, like I go to the fucking cinema. Two is sleeping, and three is watching VTubers. 9 times out of 10, I would rather not play video games and just do one of these things. Right, the usual. Yeah, basically the usual. Life is a little bit dull lately. Like, how do I want to say this? Dull in the sense where everything is just a repetition, you know. And you know, I'm comfortable with repetitions. I'm okay with it, but it's just that it's been like this for like what 8 months, I think. So, I don't think there's nothing is necessarily wrong with that. I'm not gonna complain about stability, but I do want something. I do want something that can spice up my life. Like, I don't know, a girlfriend perhaps. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe that's what I'm getting busy with. TLDR, the Western journalist hates Stellar Blade because she is pretty. I am dead serious. Yeah, I mean, of course, right? Like, that's usually how it is with a lot of, you know, with a lot of IGN reviewers, with a lot of these people that has somehow infested the journalism side of the gaming industry and the anime industry. And I've been told that it's because it's a lot of people that apply for them because a lot of these you know, activists, they really want to changed the world, so to speak. So they thought that the way to do that, even back then, was to become a journalist, right? Like they break down the truth or whatever. So they go to journalism school or whatever, right? Or English literature classes, or maybe even art classes, right? So that's why a lot of these people think they want. A lot of these people speak like they have an air of authority because they think graduating from those colleges, graduating from those schools specifically, give them that sort of valid authority. That's why you see a lot of these people who graduated from fine arts or something talk smack about video games and how like the art in it is lacking or whatever, or there's not that much blah 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 in any games that comes out, because they think that just because they're a journalist means they're specifically good at making reviews for gaming content, among many other things. It's weird. Hi, Banished Jagger. Oh, hi, Beresford. It's been a while since I saw you, bro. Hope you're doing well. First time in a few months I'm able to watch live. I owe you some money. Give me a second. Nah, you don't owe me money, bro. Thank you for the €5, though. Yeah, man, it's been a while. Yeah, I don't usually stream during these hours because I'm usually asleep during these hours. I usually stream like 6 hours afterwards, and when that happens, the Euro bros are usually asleep during that. So my apologies too for not being active in like Euro or even Asian friendly hours. It's been hard for me to make time. Yeah. Rip that IGN officer who accidentally leaked that ZZZ trailer. True, dude. I don't know if MiHoYo is going to give what's it called? MiHoYo is going to give. Oh shit, Beresford. Damn. Super generous, bro. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Everybody say thank you to Beresford. Yeah. I haven't even started talking about the drama yet, or like the situations yet. We don't have everybody say thank you. We don't really have too much to talk about. Well, I mean, okay. We have some things to talk about, and in my opinion, they are very interesting things. And then we're going to do some reactions. I specifically already chose what I wanted to react to, which is this clip of Crony, and this Ollie clip specifically, where she finally got her period after 4 months. That's wild. Yeah. MiHoYo doesn't sue fan videos. Meanwhile, Hota Games will take down any fan videos of NTE if it's monetized. What a retard. Holy shit. Yeah, in my case, I don't know if MiHoYo is gonna sue IGN. It's I don't think they're gonna do that, but I do think that they are going to like not give them the kind of information that other news agencies or whatever might give, right? Because there's just too much retards. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Wait, Hassan and Pegasus has beef? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm sick of these journalists like PC Gamer, IGN and shit. When would they ever run out of business? Well, I mean, they're never gonna run out of business, right? Because unfortunately, contrary to popular belief, they're still very popular. Sure, they got like sized down, right? Like they're not gonna have a BuzzFeed treatment because a lot of them just a lot of people still watch them, and a lot of people still kind of respect what they want to say, right? Ultimately, the fault is not if we are going to be a little bit nuanced about it, the fault doesn't necessarily lie in IGN, although they do still have a lot of responsibility because they are the ones that platformed a lot of the journalists or whatever that created their dog shit articles in the first place. But a lot of it really boils down to how decent or how in touch the journalists are, right? And in a company as big as IGN, for example, they're unfortunately not necessarily gonna fire a lot of these fucking VTubers. They can't, and it's not that they can't, they also don't want to. Because hiring new people costs a lot of money. And whether they like it or not, depending on like how they want to go about firing them, some of these companies can actually get fired for like, let's say, wrongful termination. Like I think the term there was like discriminatory termination, where where you fire someone or you don't hire them because they have some sort of disability. It's a thing, chat. It's a thing. I didn't know about that until I started working corporate. It's like, whoa, people don't get hired because of XYZ. That's crazy. Like there are a lot of companies who there are a lot of companies, right, who don't hire people with, let's say, learning disabilities, who have actual disabilities. Don't hire people because they have like medical concerns that are chronic, like, you know, fibroglymasia or something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the sickness that you have chronic pain in your body randomly. And sometimes companies don't even hire women with like PMS. Post-menstrual syndrome disorder or whatever. I forgot what the actual thing of it is. But yeah, a lot of companies don't hire people like that with those issues. And I'm like, whoa, that's a thing? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yes, working corporate really opened my eyes into a lot of the machinations of the world. And it's very interesting. You're fired because you are pregnant, for example. Yeah, and, you know, a lot of companies can justify it in a lot of ways, but the ultimate justification is you can't work. If you have anything that will, let's say, get in the way of productive work hours, or even like when you're likely to not be able to do work as much as other, quote, normal people, yeah, you're not gonna get fired. Or you're not gonna get hired, rather, or you get fired. It's just how it is. Yeah. So that's why I think I'm going to kill myself if I ever have like some sort of disability. Right? Like, bro, I fucking lose my leg or I lose my arm. Nah, bro, I'm killing myself. Yeah. As a wrestling fan, I seen weirder reasons to fire people. Yeah. I mean, yeah. They're considered liabilities, basically. So, MiHoYo, not MiHoYo, sorry. IGN doesn't want to do anything with that. Even if they do, right? Like, even if they do, they'd have to find a really good reason to fire them. Yep. Because, like, think about it, right? Let's say stupid-ass journalist, like, cancel culture, woke journalist, right? Makes a dog shit article on random event. Like, let's say it makes a... Okay, yeah. Let's say let's use Stellar Blade, because Stellar Blade seems to be the most popular example now. Let's say Stellar Blade, right? Like, let's say a journalist is going crazy, makes a very insane article about how Stellar Blade is racist or transphobic or pedophilic or whatever phobics and isms, right? And it gets a lot of traction, it gets a lot of clicks, it gets a lot of views. If I was a producer, right, and I see that, and I'm like, oh shit, you are causing us a lot of PR damage. But then I see the metrics and I see the numbers that article created, because it generated a lot of clicks, right? It made a lot of money, and I'm like, maybe we're not gonna fire you. In fact, maybe even keep doing what you're doing, you know, rage baiting and shit like that. Like keep making these inflammatory shit. Then you see the perspective of the managers or the bosses of the people making these like rage bait stupid ass articles. Because unfortunately, again, right, world runs on money. Yeah. Having worked with disabled people, they really have a bad habit of what I call cripple overcompensation. They push themselves way too hard to the point of being reckless and is risking getting hurt. Yeah, unfortunately. That is like, no, I can attest to that, because even in my workspace and in my high school, there were a lot of, there were like 6 disabled people in my high school alone, okay? Sorry, not just 6 disabled people in my high school, 6 disabled people in my batch. And that's more than normal here in PH, at least, right? And all of them, kidding you not, all of them really want to prove that they're not useless. They really want to yeah, they push themselves too hard, you know? And it's like, bro, nobody looks at you like that. You're not a burden, right? Because they feel guilty. right? But in my opinion, it's like, bro, you didn't ask for this. You didn't deserve this. You were born like this. It's like, at least me personally and my friends, it's like, bro, why do you feel guilty? Like, we're okay doing this. Like, like nobody cares in the best sense. You know what I mean? But at the same time, maybe their parents do that. Maybe they don't get the same opportunities that they don't get. That they get as much as a lot of people get because they are disabled. So they feel like they have to overwork themselves or they have to overcompensate in order to get those same opportunities or feel like they deserve it. Maybe it's an internal thing where they have to do it. It's hard to say. I could never. It's hard for me to get into the mind of a disabled person, right? I can really only feel bad for them. Yeah, and try to welcome them in, so to speak. Because again, right? If I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not going to be able to live my life like that. Again, if my leg gets cut off for some reason, or maybe if I lose my voice, or maybe if I get like diabetes, I get cancer, I get any sort of disabled shenanigans, right, dude? I'm killing myself. I don't care. I need to prove I'm capable, brother. You have a limp. True. So it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. That's why it's different. Anyway, just go with full VTuber. Half are disabled. You're not wrong. In fact, it's not just physical disabilities that VTubers get into. It's also mental disabilities, right? And you know what? That's a good thing. I always said that, being a VTuber really allowed a lot of people that are traditionally not able to get traditional jobs have a source of income, right? Like lots of people who may not be able to work in the capacity that they can really got saved by VTubing, or maybe if they're just sick, Iron Mouse, there's not Shy Lily, sorry, there's Shondo, there's a lot of other people. I guess Nimi Nightmare too, shit like that. It's really interesting. Rouge, I have ADHD though. I think ADHD is a. I don't necessarily. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure ADHD is not a mental disability. It is, or maybe it is. I have no idea. I have no idea, because maybe it depends on the case, right? Because there is such a thing as like a functional autistic or a functional blah blah blah. Yeah. Rusha the classic skits. Oh, true. Rusha is fucking goated, dude. Don't my fucking goat. Don't slander my goat. It is. Oh, I see. Damn. I wonder if I have ADHD. I mean, I feel like you can see someone have ADHD once you see them. Most of the people with ADHD that I know, I can immediately tell. You can immediately tell they have ADHD, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Wait a minute, I'm gonna watch this. Wait, before we start talking about the drama, before we start talking about the stuff, I wanna watch this first. Crony is still being misogynistic, true and based. Nice. Video mute? Fuck. Sorry. Sorry.
What a woman.
True. They're not allowed to drive.
What a woman. Women. I love
True.
women.
True. True. Not to be sexist or anything, but I thought that was just a meme. I've always seen the women can't drive memes back in high school when I was still browsing, when I first discovered the internet. But then I'm like, I met a lot of my women friends, right? Again, a lot of people in my life are women, right? And most of them can't drive for shit. It's like, oh, fuck, dude, wait, the meme is actually real? Like, is this a universal thing? Like, that's what makes it so funny to me. Because, like, there's it's one of those things that enforces the whole it's a stereotype for a reason shenanigans, right? Because it's like, whoa, whoa, Asian plus woman, not a good combo. Oh fuck, true. Especially when you live in the Philippines, right? Where traffic is always bullshit and nobody traffic rules or traffic laws are more like traffic suggestions. It's insane, bro. Yeah. Yeah, they panic easily. From my experience, like I've experienced like 4 women drivers, and they panic easily. Often they had to get saved by the person that's standing in shotgun. Um, I experienced one where they literally caused like a fucking a 10-minute traffic what's it called, a traffic bump, or not traffic bump, a traffic, like they caused an entire traffic in an entire like crossroads, or what's it called. And it's like, it was insane. It's like, bro, we've been here for almost 10 minutes. What the fuck are you doing? It's fun. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's funny though. That's a meme in our friend group. Yeah, it's a traffic jam. Yeah. Like okay, it's not a, what's it called? What's a road called when it's 4 people? It's not a crossroad. Crossroad is like 3-way. 4-way high high road. What's it called? What's a 4-lane road? Not this. Like this. Oh, it's an intersection. Yeah, okay. No, it's an intersection. Yes. So, my friend accidentally caused like a 10-minute jam in an intersection because bro was panicking and like she accidentally turned off the car in the middle of the fucking intersection and she was panicking. It's like, oh, people were beeping at her and she was like, oh fuck. She was trying to turn on the car. The car was manual, so I understand why it takes a little longer to like take on. But like, holy fuck, it's been there for 10 minutes. Like even after she got the car, even if after she activated the car, right? Like she still had to like try and maneuver her way to like get out of there, but at the same time she was panicking and she kept losing her train of thought and like what's it called, like where the lever is supposed to go, which side she was allowed to go into that intersection, like what the traffic light was showing, whether she needed to follow that or like blah blah, like a lot of these things apparently she was trying to justify it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, just move. Let's fucking move. Do you think Crony was on the receiving end of a lesbian relationship statistic and that's why she is the way that she is? Oh, I know you're talking about Melody. Yeah, apparently, obviously, I don't know if this is a fact, but it is a trend that I've seen on social media. Lesbian relationships, apparently very abusive, right? And I have 2 cases where I have 2 friends who are in a rape. Sorry, I have two cases, which is like 4 people, 1 couple each, and they've been in lesbian relationships. Apparently, it was super toxic. Yeah, so maybe, right? Like there's a 4chan meme of the reason why Crony is so misogynistic is because Sally fucking broke her heart or something, but then she really loved Sally. She's so codependent on Sally. So, you know, she still, even though she broke her heart, she still kept being friends with her, but even now is still being clingy to her, even after like Sally married and had kid with another person, right? And that's what traumatized Crony into the way that she is. That's why she's a woman, because she knows fully well what a woman is able to do to you. Very funny. Very funny. Did you catch the gender of the person who hit you a few months ago, Dian? No, because I didn't file charges. Or I didn't like... I got hit with a car. I got fucked in my fucking hips for a while. But then I was fine after, so I didn't find... in the Philippines, you can't just get someone's vehicle number and just sue them or whatever. Or ask them to have some sort of penalties. Because 10 times out of 10, or 9 times out of 10 rather, the police isn't gonna do anything. Isn't Sally the friend married with kids? Yeah, it is. It is. But that's the 4chan rat, and I think it's funny. Obviously, I don't believe in it, but it is funny. Fun fact, the hand sign used for 6-7 is the same as a hand sign for balls. So every time that someone does a 6-7 death thing, oh fuck, that's so crazy. I saw that the Pope was doing that. Like apparently Pope is throwing around the streets, goddamn throwing 6-7s. It's crazy. It's even insane. It's insane even. The new Ada death and oh shit, chat, look, okay. Do you see this? Do you see this? The new Ada death animation is sick. Resident Evil 4 remake separate ways. You know there's going to be a lot of people that's gonna like this, right? That's going to see this as like a lot of Rayona fetishists who's gonna see that and click on it and like it. Chat, you have to understand, okay? You have to understand. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of people who really only watch the death animations in like video games and uploaded it to the hub, upload it to X videos and something, and it's just compilations of them dying because Rayona fetishists really like those. Yeah, those are rookie death animations, right? But then like some Rayona deaths in hentai games like Sinister are actually really like brutal, like sickeningly brutal for a lot of people, and then that's what turns a lot of these people on. I thought you were talking about Hajime's new song. Nah, dude, the bass kind of Rayona. Yeah, I wanna watch this though. What's this all about? It's pretty basic. That's pretty basic. It is. Nah, man. These are not gonna turn on. Okay, maybe they will. These are probably not gonna turn on the Rayona lovers because Rayona lovers, bro, they want to see guts, bro. They want like the stomach being beaten up by a stick. They want like bulging. They want like gore and shit. Yeah. How about this one? I see. Why does it have 9.4 million years of views though? Nah, you don't goon on that? Nah, dude. Yeah, this is more for the Guru folk. True. Yeah. Yeah, the Guru folk are insane. Like, yeah. Those people really... Oh shit, this is actually in relation to like what we're gonna talk about. Yeah, okay. Because this is loosely related to what we're talking about. Okay, let's talk about Stellar Blade now because, you know, hot woman does hot things. Yeah. See, not consistent. The monster cubes immediately while later doesn't even move much. Yeah, because she has to aura farm. She has to look pretty when you die. That's like the point, right? Like, when you die, you have to look pretty. Look, right? Vomp. Yeah, you have to look pretty. Even when you die, you have to aura farm. How about the boss? Oh yeah, that is kind of weird. Yeah. Damn. Let's talk about the fucking Asmongold situation now, okay? Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I already preloaded a lot of it. Yeah, give me just time to like preload a lot of the bullshit going on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's talk about this first, okay? I expect this is the first. The reason why I bring this up was because this was the tweet that I woke up to today. Okay, like literally on a fine Sunday morning, I woke up to this. I expected better from Asmongold, not gonna lie. And it's Stellar Blade. I remember Asmongold praising the shit out of Stellar Blade. So I'm like, oh god. I thought there was going to be like drama around it, or I thought like he was gonna say something insane. Or that this was like some annoyed person, but then I look at this and go, where's the VTuber cancellation? We're gonna talk about that later.
I'm listening.
Scarlet Sin. That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
You're acting a little strange today.
Why does she look 12 and talk like she's 30?
Yeah, that's what Asmongold said. He said, why does he look like 12 and talk like she's 30? Right? That's what Asmongold said. And it upset a lot of people. Or maybe not upset. Well, maybe it is, right? Because people like Stellar Blade, and if you are a Asian woman, even if you're not even like traditionally the cool Asian or the white Asian, you know, like let's say you're just a Filipino or you're Indonesian, if you're a 30-year-old fucking woman, you can still look like that. Heck, I've seen Mexicans that look like this. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people are upset at this. Look at this, okay? Asmongold says the new Stellar Blade Eve looks too young and her VA doesn't match her appearance, but then crashed out on someone in his chat for calling Freeran a lolly too. Child character.
The new character in Stellar Blade, right? And a lot of people are really angry at me for saying this. They say woke individuals be like, we love women as long as they're androgynous, have broad shoulders, and a man jaw, look feminine, we hate women. And so I responded back to this. I was like, not gonna lie, I think this character looks too young, and I don't think her voice actress matches her appearance either. Even the first game was perfect. This one I'm not as big fan of. Maybe I'm becoming an old man. That's just my 2 cents. Still looking forward to the game, though. So this got a lot of people mad. It did. It got a lot of people pissed off. I'm Asian. My sister looks like that. She's 26. I don't know any. So,
by the way, lore drop. My roommate looks like this. She doesn't look like fucking what's her name? What's this person's name? Yeah. So she doesn't look like this, but she has like that baby fat.
here's the way I see it, all right? Pick a side, bro. Let me see if I can show.
Okay.
Where's the that one photo? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but if you go in if you look at my Instagram following list, you would know that I am an expert on this.
You are an expert on this based off of what? Watching the internet and porn?
That doesn't look like a fucking adult.
Yeah, you absolutely are not an expert on this then. Like, dude, like, I don't know. This is a take made by anyone who hasn't seen or has only really seen white Asians. Right? You have any idea how many Filipinos, how many Indonesians, how many Malaysians, how many Chinese, how many Koreans, how many Japanese people look like this? And is fucking over 30 for some of them? Wow.
It doesn't.
Again, my fucking roommate has baby fat on her cheeks and fucking looked like this. Like fucking, where is it? Like this? This? When she looks at you, or she looks at, like, when she has this sort of angle, she looks like this.
I'm sorry. That looks like a kid. Yeah, it does. She could pass for 19.
Nah, bro. You haven't touched girl. Asians will hit 15 and never age until they hit 60, then age all at once. True, that's exactly how Asian genes work. Like, that's just how it is, man. Is this what Nestor normally looks like? Because, bro, yeah, man, unfortunately, like, apparently, right, like, Asmongold is getting a lot of heat from even his own fan base because apparently he's taking a lot of L's. This is a big L for him. Like, this snake is a big L for him, and this L will expand even further beyond this. We'll get into that later. And there's also one drama that happened the other day, too, where he said that, where I think he basically advocated for eugenics, where abortion is okay if the child that you have is going to be, is going to have disabilities or something. Apparently, he also got cancelled for that because, you know, chuds and, like, Asmongold's audience don't believe in abortion and shit like that. So, yeah, it's been back-to-back L's and back-to-back, like, backlash for Asmongold in the past, like, week alone.
I don't think so, bro. I don't. And I'm sorry, you defended Freeran, though? Because Freeran's not a lolly, you fucking retard. What are you talking about? Freeran's a lolly. She's a 1,000-year-old fucking elf. She talks like an adult. She has adult tendencies. She never acts like a child. Her proportions are not childlike.
Okay.
She has a role of an adult in the anime. There is nothing about Freeran that is childlike in any capacity. If
there are different types of lollies, but okay, sure.
You think that you are retarded. You are retarded, and you should not be allowed to vote.
He didn't watch the anime? You think Asmongold watches anime? Of course not.
You think Freeran is a lolly, you should not be allowed to vote. That's I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because somebody has to. This is crazy. These people are insane. They're insane. It is the amount of intentional, deliberate, like drawn out misunderstandings that they do for no reason. What are they doing with this? This is outrageous. What the fuck is wrong with them? So get him, Roach King. Yes, exactly. And so, damn, instant rage bait. It is. I'm rage baited by this.
Whoa, yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, so that happened. So all of that happened. But then, but then there's a little argument that happened over on Twitter. Okay, there's a little argument that happened over on Twitter. And it started from this. After he started talking about like the whole thing about lolly enjoyers and shit like that, he goes into this little graph over here, right, where he thinks you are more likely to be a pedophile if you like lollies, right? And then Emerald Apple over here, I think we've seen his tweets around, says another Asmongold L as he doubles down on the anti-logic again. As many have said, the data on this is actually clear from multiple studies where there is no difference. Normal people distinguish the difference between fiction and reality. That is true. I don't understand why people don't understand this. Normal people actually have different tastes, different preferences, and different different opinions when it comes to fiction and reality. Any normal people can fucking separate the two. Reality doesn't have to reflect on fiction, and fiction doesn't have to reflect on reality. They can, right? Like they can, but that's depending on the author's intent. For a lot of these cases, they just make fiction because it's cool to create cool shit. They can't do it. Yeah, I don't understand why they can't do it. Like, I really don't, right? For some reason here on this topic, he refuses to look at data and just goes on with his internal morality based on the same moral panic he is critical of. That is true. Asmongold tends to do that a lot. And then the entire discussion then goes down to, please provide the data you are referencing. 2012 Danish report, blah, 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 blah. No documented connection. Okay, so another one here. Pornographic and sex rights in the Czech Republic. And then the effects of exposure to virtual child pornography in 2008, blah, blah, blah. All of these things. Okay, a lot of these. And then he says, let's start with the first example. The Danish report. What was the sample size of the research? And then they go, hold on. They go, hold on. Let's just get right to the point, right? Let's just get right to the point. That's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the thread? Where's the thread? Am I missing the thread? It's not this one. Is this it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's just go through here, okay? Okay. Okay, they're talking about that. They're talking about that. They're talking about that. They're talking about this. You are literally talking about lolly. The paper specifically makes the assertion that hentai is a distinct fantasy preference separate from the real world, and in the otaku community, it has a lot of overlap with lolly enjoyers. True. And then Zach says, do you think they showed the straight male applicants hentai featuring gay sex between them? They got hentai fictional depicting female characters. What is this? I don't get Asmongold's logic here. Why is there a need for it to have male characters? What's he trying to say here? They're talking about like lollies, dude, not sexes. Yeah, okay, yeah, even Emerald actually gets into it, right? Because the sex of the fictional character matters for measuring attraction patterns. What are you getting at here? We're really getting into the weeds. It wouldn't matter if they were gay. It only matters, where was it? It only matters if they're straight. Why is that? Because people attractions for fictional content on average follow their attractions on real life. Wow. Okay, sure. On average, straight men will watch hentai about girls because they're attracted to girls. What does that have to do anything with lollies? Gonna make the leap that lolly equals depicting of children equals real children. So that means people who don't like violent video games are violent in real life, or people who watch horror films or listen to metal become criminals. Criminals rather. That is the same line of reasoning that the Christian conservatives in the 80s or 1980s or 90s used for the Satanic Panic, which Asmongold apparently is very critical of. Yes, it's exactly the leap I'm making. Lollies look like children, so people are attracted to lollies would on average be more likely to be attracted to real children than someone who is not. Obviously, as shown on my chart, it's not a one-to-one correlation. That's a trend. If you're going to say this and also ask, by the way, Asmongold, if you're going to say this and also ask for like studies and proof of what you're saying, you're the one making the accusation. You have to be the one that has to show us the study that what you're saying is true. Because contrary to what he thinks he says, you're not an expert on anything, bro. You're a fucking... You watch the internet stuff. You rarely touch grass, right? You're terminally online. Like, you are not an expert on any of this. You don't even know a lot of like a lot of the bullshit that goes on in Asian media, and actually in any sort of media that's not Western, right? Like, what do you mean it's not a one-to-one correlation? It's just a trend. Based on what? And of course, a lot of people are gonna defend this, right? Because suddenly the people who don't like Asmongold, the far left-leaning side are suddenly gonna agree with Asmongold here because they're saying something that they speak with, right? Like the whole abortion thing. They thought that the abortion thing equals is a support for abortion, and they think that now. Real life doesn't equal to sex. Lollies equals to real life now. Asmon doesn't claim to be a weeb though, does he? It doesn't matter, in my opinion. It doesn't matter if he's not a weeb, because he's not. Again, contrary to what he said, he's not an expert on this. Okay, so outside the degree of video games, okay, let's go beyond this, okay? I know a lot of people say, on average, if you enjoy violent video games, then you are indeed a violent person IRL. Like, okay, let's not use this example because I feel like that's an easy dunk, okay? Let's use an example outside the violence in video games thing. Because there's going to be a lot of anti-lolly people who will make the point that there's a lot of people say that it's different because in the case of lolly stuff, it has something to do with attraction, style, appearance, and how that content is consumed. Like if it was with porn, for example, right? So let's use that standard. Let's bite that bullet. Let's willingly enter their domain expansion. Okay, so let's use that standard. If I watch anime, a hentai or anime with any rape in it, like my goated fantasy anime of all time, Koro Inu. Or even Rans, okay? Or even Rans, okay? Or if I watch or like any anime, like hentai, that has any slime or actual monster-related ones, if I like these things, if I developed a boner for the happenings in that anime, then in Asmongold's logic, I am more likely to like raping people. I am more likely to enjoy bestiality with the whole, slime monster thing, right? Because he's making that leap. That's his logic. So everyone in Trash Taste is a rape liker. Every woman who's watched Redo of Healer is a rape liker. Anyone who consumed NTR is a cheating apologist and a rape liker IRL as well. Right? Apparently that's his thing because what you're attracted to in fiction is what you're attracted to in real life, right? So I like rape. I like raping people. I apparently advocate for raping people, apparently. Right? Interesting. Like, this is the model that I want to present to people when they're making these dog shit takes. What you like in fiction equals what you like in reality. That's just not the case. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, look, man, like, I think to a certain extent, there's a reason. I actually agree with the criticism that's happening against Asmongold here. Yeah. Like, come on, dude. There's an overlap of everything on anything because people are just a lot at once. I mean, that is true, but just because, just because there's a lot of overlap doesn't mean there's a correlation to it. Yes, and just because there is quote a trend doesn't mean it's necessarily true. Like, holy shit. It always goes like this. They'll eventually release the name of the face model and show her doing mocap, and people will see she's over 18. I know Eve's face wasn't 1-to-1 in the first game, but still. I mean, yeah, they obviously, because it's a game, right? It's a fictional thing. They have to over-exaggerate a lot of proportions or chisel the structure of the thing in order to make it more appealing to the general population, right? In Stellar Blade's case, it's like literally what it's literally what a fictional fucking it's what a real Korean or Chinese or whatever Asian person would look like. What even started this argument? What started this argument was Asmongold saying that Evie from the new Stellar game character looks a child. And then obviously a lot of the Stellar game fans, the Stellar Blade fans, and a lot of the fans of Asmongold are not liking that take. And then he decided to double down and say that it's lolly equals pedophilia. Yeah. Yeah. But since he's American, he'll excuse violent video games, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Interspecies reviewers. Oh, true, right? Like if you watch interspecies reviewers or you enjoyed it, you're a bestiality person now. You like bestiality. You advocate for it, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, shouldn't it look childish to me? Yeah, because it literally looks like what a lot of Asian people do. I'm gonna imagine even if Asmongold has met a lot of Asians, he's really only met white Asians. You know, Asians who's only been to to America, you know, among many other shit. Yeah. Because again, it's an interesting narrative we're painting, right? So all anime, because like, if we go, I'm gonna repeat it, okay? I'm gonna repeat it. If we go by Asmongold's logic, then all anime fans really like rape and bestiality and, advocating for sexual murder or something. All because these fucking weirdos can't disassociate fiction from reality. I have to call out Asmongold here and be consistent. Because it's weird he's thinking like this, in my opinion. Like, I think the backlash he's getting is a bit warranted. I've always thought, like, that mentality of taking things to their most extreme logical conclusion is the wrong way to think about it. Right? Yeah. And I think the L collecting is getting out of hand. I think maybe he has this opinion because Asmon hasn't really consumed a lot of media in a meaningful way whatsoever for probably years. And he's become a bit narrow-minded, chat. He's become a bit of a boomer. He's become a bit narrow-minded to not consume anything that he doesn't already like. You know, the boomer mentality. If it's not like a hot, busty Asian or a person that would have come straight from Agartha, then it's not good to him, you know? And sure, right? And sure, we can talk about preferences if Asmongold doesn't prefer that. If Asmongold doesn't prefer anything aside from that, that's fine. But then making that leap is insane to me. And making that fiction equals reality leap is insane to me. The problem with Asmongold was he was so entitled to his opinions, he doesn't listen to reason, so no matter how much you explain, he turned deaf. Well, I mean, of course, right? Like, it's a pipeline for... I've noticed that it's a pipeline for a lot of political commentators where they become very, very close-minded when it comes to, like, other sides of opinions. This is not just anything that comes from the left. Yeah, sure, we can make the argument that, like, you know, maybe the left-leaning part of the industry or the left-leaning part of the political aisle is more close-minded than the right? But doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to right-leaning people too. Yeah, he probably agrees with that take on Prawn. I have no idea. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, a lot of people, he faced a lot of backlash from this, as we can already see, right? And even like Emerald Apple has made a very long fucking, a very long, a very long like response to this, basically saying, holy shit, Asmongold is like making this whole song and dance while ignoring the actual science, like blah 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 blah. I don't really care too much about that because in his case, since Asmongold is in my opinion, right, again, let's go with the narrative that, let's say, the science or the studies that that Emerald Apple has provided they conducted, the studies that they conducted are flawed, right? Well, in that case, in the case of that, right? Like, yeah, sure, that's an important study to have, but because in this case, Asmongold and the people that are saying that are the people making the accusation that fiction equals reality, they are the ones that need to provide the study. Guess what? There's no study about it. There's no study about it. There's like a lot of doom posty articles, but there's no actual study about it. Because whoop-de-woo, Japan, who has a 99% conviction rates on any of those fucking charges, right? They don't have as much like sexual crimes against like crimes against minors in general compared to the West does. You know, Japan doesn't have the Epstein Island. The West does. And then suddenly these Asian people that knows how to separate their fiction and reality are the ones that are the porn addicted fucking child molesters or child loving people. It's insane to me. I don't know, man. I don't agree with that conclusion. Lamau Agartha, true. True. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's basically this one. Yeah. Yep. Anime. Oh yeah, reset the clock. Yep. The whole reset the clock thing. Yep. To be fair, the Epstein Island is run by a very specific group. If you mention it, you'll be unpersoned. That is true, but at the same time, right? Like, I'm gonna gamble that even half or I'm gonna gamble not even 30-40% of the people that are listed in the Epstein files don't watch anime. I'm gonna make that claim. Obviously, no studies to back it up, but call it an inference. Not that I need to make not that I have to put up a study to make that claim. It's an inference. Yeah. Anyway, there's more, of course. Oh yeah. There's also this, right? Asmongold goes off, defends himself after Mustang receiving backlash. Yeah, there we go.
And I never said this about the first game. And so if y'all got me, the thing is that if they don't change this, look, let me get it all the way out there, right? I'm gonna play this game. I don't think that this is inside of the danger zone. This is not a
what? Hold on, what? Wait, dude, you said that she looks 12 and you think that's not in the danger zone? What? Sorry, chat, like I said, I haven't watched any of this. I just pulled out the tabs that I wanted to look at. And
I never said this about the first game. And so if y'all got me, the thing is that if they don't change this, look, let me get it all the way out there, right? I'm gonna play this game. I don't think that this is inside of the danger zone. This is not a pedo game.
Okay, I'm gonna defend him. Okay, sorry. I know I just acted surprised, but I'm gonna give him some grace. I'm gonna say, again, it's Nusagi giving graces and like giving the benefit of the doubt to people again, blah blah blah, reset the clock. But I'm just thinking that at this point he doesn't know how to defend himself. Because he got caught being inconsistent, or he got caught with like, let's say, kind of a bad take. His own audience is kind of giving him shit, right? He's trying to like justify himself. And aside from that, the reason why people are upset at him is because of his L take about fictional content. Because if that is the case for Stellar Blade, then that's the case for everyone in the weeb game genre. Again, it's really a take made by people who's really only seen white Asians. Yeah.
This isn't a game that, weird freaks play, because they want to sexualize a child, right? But I just think the character looks a little bit too young for my taste, and I wish that she had a more adult-looking face. Like, God.
Yeah, but then you made the claim of, like, fiction equals fiction equals reality, bro.
Damn.
You made that claim.
If that bothers you, too bad.
What do you mean? Yeah, why are you trying to act smug about it? That's not why people are mad at you. I mean, if you only said that, right? Like, there's nothing necessarily wrong about thinking that, Evie over here, if Asmongold thinks that Evie looks a little too young for him, and he said that, that's fine. But then he actually comes out to double down and said that fiction equals pedophilia. Fiction equals reality. He shouldn't have made that second claim. That's really all about it. Asmon literally dated an Asian a decade younger than him. One people accused being underage on X when she was in her early 20s and only mentioned as vaguely as possible with Lakari with his longtime friend. Oh yeah, she did do that. Yeah. The barely legal looking ass Asian that she was dating. Yeah, I feel like if that's the case, then fucking Asmongold should understand. Like, I don't understand, bro. He says what he thinks his fan base wants to hear. I mean, maybe it's being audience captured is a thing that not exclusive to political streamers. I mean, it does happen a lot to political streamers, I'm not gonna lie. Hypocrisy is a second nature to him and his friends. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't really, like, how do you want to say this? I don't really know, like, Asmongold's friend group, right? Or, like, I guess, like, OTK, I don't really follow them. In the case of Asmongold, I used to watch a lot of Asmongold back when he was doing a lot of React content and React slop, and stopped watching him when he started becoming political because I just wasn't into that shit. Like, I didn't fucking care about I didn't care about, like, the bullshit that goes on in America, okay? That's just the case. But at the same time, the reason why I react when it comes to drama like this is because of the whole I have a vested interest in protecting or in, like, you know, in defending anime and weeb and otaku loser nerd culture. I do. Because I'm part of that now. Still do a lot of reacts. Yeah, but mostly political stuff. Yeah. Not really. He disagrees with this chat a lot. Oh, okay. Then that's a good thing then. If he's not audience captured, that's a good thing then. I mean, I can't really know. I can't really know. Well, sorry, I don't really know, and I don't really want to bother looking into it, you know? Well, I mean, either way, for me, it doesn't really matter, right? Like I said, I don't really watch a lot of Asmongold anymore. But I think this is a well-deserved L. If you still watch Asmongold because of this, I think that's fine, right? Like, many people. I think it's fine, you're okay. I think, like, many people, they have lines, right, on whether or not they can still watch a streamer or content creator that they like and they do takes that they inherently disagree with, right? Like, I'm sure you guys have had that for me, and some of you still watch me. It's fine, right? It's fine to disagree with someone or agree with someone and still watch them. And I just find it I just find it hypocritical, I guess, because Asmongold is the last person I thought would say this. I'm just a bit surprised, I guess. Yeah. We need to gatekeep our hobbies from these people. Asmongold? Hard to say, maybe. Asmongold specifically, I have no idea. Yeah. I think Evie's face is too chubby, but PDF braiding is crazy. Yeah. I always take a US-based person's opinion with a lot of salt. I would add an asterisk to that. I would always take a US-based person's opinion on Asian people or Asian culture with a lot of salt, right? Like, you know, I mean, you know, if I saw like a fucking Filipino, okay, this happens a lot. Okay, this also happens a lot. There's the time to shit on the other side now. This happens a lot. You see a lot of East Asians, you see a lot of Filipinos, you see a lot of Southeast Asians even have their take on US politics and the happenings, especially around with Trump and stuff. And I'm like, okay, but like, why should I listen to your opinion? Right? You don't have a vested interest in this. Your exposure to this fucking culture is based on the shit that you see online rather than you actually living in there. Why should I listen to you? So it depends, right? Like, when you want to listen to somebody's opinion, it's gotta be from someone who has like some sort of higher authority or who is confident or has been in their side of the circle or side of the sphere for a long time. Like, for my case, right? You can't take my opinion on anything. You can't take my opinion on anything that's not VTubing or weeb related. If I have a political take on the US or I have a political take in anywhere that's not the Philippines, don't listen to me. If I have a take on, like, let's say, streamer culture that's going on in Twitch, don't listen to me. If I have a take on YouTuber YouTuber politics and shit. I'm not talking about like actual left-right politics, like YouTuber politics and like the drama sphere commentary stuff. Don't take my word for it because I don't know that space. Like, yeah, like you really only should listen to me when it comes to takes that I know I am aware of and listen, I'm part of. And the same case applies for everywhere. That's just how it works, right? So, yeah, it's interesting. She looks young. That's not a crazy take. Yeah, nobody is upset that she. I'm not. Me personally, at least. Nobody's upset that she looks young because a lot of Asian people inherently look young, right? What people are upset about is that Asmongold flat out said that fiction equals reality, and that is a crazy take. IMO. Oh yeah, and then it culminated into this one. Why is everyone discussing lollies over a character that isn't one? Yep. It's crazy. I find it weird that both left and right try to attack lolly. Why it's a problem to like something cute and funny that makes us smile? Well, how do I want to say this? Because they're Americans. Because they're Americans, of course. Like they just don't get it, you know? That they just don't get it, and normally that's fine. Normally that's fine. It's when they start grandstanding, they start making the wrong assumptions, or they start speaking with authority over Asian and otaku culture, when I think that they have a problem, right? Like, chat, I know I talk shit about like a lot of like anti-lolly people, but I personally don't care if you think lolly is pedophilia or not, right? Like there are YouTubers that I actually watch where they think that liking lollies is weird, and I don't care, right? Because they're not grandstanding about it. They're not like making it a point. They're not part of that community. Like, contrary to popular belief, I can actually live, or I can actually still watch someone's content. I can still get along with someone if I don't agree with their opinions on certain things. Like, and I think that's again, my problem is when you start fucking talking as if you have authority over it. If you are doing, if you're grandstanding, if you're having some sort of fucking colonizer behavior going on around it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miley, for the 10. Holy shit, super generous. It's not an American problem. It's a rich, sheltered American problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's really only a problem if you have the... I don't want to use the word privilege, but yeah, it is really only a problem for the privileged enough people to think that it's a problem, right? A lot of working class Americans are weebs and know the culture, but don't care about the internet culture to debate about it. That is true. That is true. A lot of the people that I know also defend, like, there's a lot of people who advocate for, for example, right? Like, there's a lot of people shit talking Western VTubers and Westoids and shit like that are actually American. No, I get it. Yeah, true. Yeah. A lot of these issues really only become issues when you start running out of shit to make problems out of. Right? Like, that's why I inherently... Okay, God, I'm gonna get into a whole spiral about this. But that's why I inherently believe that not caring about politics is actually not a privileged people's problem. Sometimes. Especially when you're nothing but a fucking slacktivist online. If you're just a slacktivist online, then you are fucking privileged, and that's why you care about it too much, right? Like, suddenly you care about the bullshit going on in other countries and not the ones local to your fucking place. Yeah, it's because you don't fucking care about your own fucking place, probably. You're probably like all your a certain extent of your Maslow's hierarchy of needs are being fulfilled, and now you have this fucking need, this schizophrenic autistic need to figure out every other problem. And unfortunately, one of those problems or one of those needs is the need to feel desired or the need for purpose. And you think latching onto politics and bitching and whining about it on Twitter is that purpose, which is a retarded thing to do, but a lot of people do it. You only care about politics when you are not busy with surviving. Is it really just an American thing? Western thing. I mean, a lot of the people that push this viewpoint are also Western people from what I've seen. You know, like for example, Spanish people, some Spanish people bitch and whine about it. Some UK people bitch and whine about it. Some French people bitch and whine about it. You know, shit like that. But I've never seen an Asian complain about it unless that Asian is a white Asian. Yeah. I mean, there probably is. Don't get me wrong. There probably is. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but most of it are not. Yeah. Listen, let's be real. I only listen to your hentai tastes. Based, dude. Based. Do you know the my hentai for the day, or my pick for that I think you guys should be watching right now is Reika Wakare no Boku no Juo, or I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's basically about this person, this guy that inherited a mansion from his grandfather. And the mansion came with a blue-haired maid. And the blue-haired maid is super gorgeous and super hot. And, teases the new master and, gives him, that kind of service. But the beautiful part is that he doesn't just do that. The maid actually edges him. The maid actually has full control over when they do it, when to edge him, when to make him come. It's like there's a little bit of femdom in it. It's great. It's fucking great. That's like my hentai for the month, probably even. Yeah. It's great. I'm a Spanish here. Spanish politics are as polarized as American. Am I being real? I mean, in general, the nature of politics is that it's going to be polarizing. Even in the Philippines, right? Like, even the Philippines politics here are fucking polarizing. Yeah. Like, it's everywhere, I would like to think. But that's why, like I told you guys, right? Like, you don't make political opinions on places you don't know anything about, because you don't know the nuances of things. Too much of Sweden looks up to the leftish portion of the USA. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know anything about that. The whole world is basically just polarized at this point. Like, there's no such thing as, I mean, there's still a thing as agreeing to disagree, right? But it's just, especially when it's just simple, especially when it comes to simple internet shenanigans, right? Like, I feel like agreeing to disagree should be like the norm. Like, for example, how do I want to say this? What's a good example here? Let me think. Okay, let's use VTubing. Okay, let's use VTubing. If you're a traditional fan, you think trends that break some of the bounds of original VTubing is a bad thing. Like, let's say VTuber versus IRL, right? And if you're not a traditional fan, if you're a newer VTuber fan or a Twitch side VTuber fan, you're going to think trends like that are okay. Normally, it's okay to disagree, right? Like, you should agree to disagree. You know, traditional fan says, yeah, I don't really like this thing. I feel like this thing messes up what the definition of what VTubing is supposed to be, and is an OPSEC thing, is an OPSEC issue. Whereas, the newer Twitch side of the industry said, I think this is fine, right? Like, I think to a certain extent, VTubing should be about, like, having fun and sometimes showing your face to discuss or have fun with the internet is okay with that, right? Like, normally, it should be okay to agree to disagree. But then, a lot of these opinions get associated or get tied up to actual politics now. Like, chat, I don't know if you noticed this, but even in VTubing now, right? Like, traditional fans are being looked at as, like, right-leaning chuds. Meanwhile, the Twitch newer fan base are looked at as Twitch e-whore libtards. Like, you guys notice that, right? Agreeing to disagree requires two intellectually honest people to have a calm discussion instead of creating call-out posts. Yeah, no, exactly, I agree. But like I said, again, a lot of these, like, opinions on internet culture has become associated with left or right politics, and I'm like, where the fuck did that happen? When the fuck did that happen? When did me thinking that there shouldn't be politics in VTubing become a right-leaning opinion? When did me thinking that it should be okay for males to collab with women become a left-leaning opinion? Like, when did that happen? That's not an inherently political thing. Like, what happened? Bro, what happened? And like, you know, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was cringe when I did this, but I used to have the opinion, chat, okay? I used to have the opinion that everything is political. I changed my mind after 5 months of thinking that way. Because it's inherent, I realize it's inherently bullshit. There's there's inherently nothing political about a lot of things. But then for some reason, a lot of people want to make it so. Like, I don't know when that happened. It's so fucking crazy, and I don't like it. Good God, life was good before COVID. A lot of things were. I think to a certain extent, right? Like, this is why, remember when Tumblr collapsed? When Tumblr collapsed, that was a bad thing for culture, internet culture. Because that meant that a lot of these fucking, there was no more segregation. Right? Like, people were stuck to fucking 4chan, for example. And then, those people also stuck to Tumblr. But then when the Tumblr exodus happened, both people, for some reason, fucking migrated over to Twitter. And yeah, good for Twitter's numbers. Not good for the health or the culture of the platform as a whole. Because it's insane. It's crazy. Cute. Oh, cute. It was a containment breach? Yeah, basically. Basically. She's so tall! What? I love that she's showing her legs, but that really only showcased how tall she is. Crazy. Unironically, Epstein. Yeah, true. I remember the Epstein thing, true. Because Epstein designed that shit, or planned that shit in the files. So this is the trailer, I guess. I think she looks cooler with the jacket on. The moment you take it off, it kind of looks generic now. No, dude, put on the jacket and showcase a lot of your suit, your plug suit thingy. Five five? What do you mean she's 5'5"? Wait, I gotta look at that now. No, wait, I have to verify it. This is important information, okay? This is important information. Where is it? Okay. Oh! Fuck, she's taller than me. She's taller than me. I'm 5'3". Fuck, dude. Wait, is that Kason? Wait, was that Kason? Give me a sec. I've published if I can make money with my breasts on Pixiv Fanbox. I want to earn it. Base, dude. Go get that bag. To be fair, who isn't taller than you? Sayu. Sayu. Sayu is not taller than me. Base, dude. Like, when we met, low-key, I expected Rima and Parrot to be taller than me. I mean, high-key, rather, because I already knew that they were taller than me. But part of my brain was actually, like, kind of afraid that Sayu was taller than me. Especially if, at that time that we met, she was wearing heels or something. But then when she opened that door and I was at the fucking Airbnb, it's like, oh, fuck, thank God. Thank God, she's smaller than me. Sure, okay, but who isn't taller than Sayu? Fuck, man. True. Fuck. I can't even. Yeah, true. Yeah. True. Oh, shit. Stop scrolling. Stop doom scrolling. Stop. Oh. Never mind. Oh, I saw this. This was cute.
Oh god,
Cute, cute Ina. Oh, there's Persona 6. Cool. Filion is shorter. Let me look that up right now. Filion is lost height. Ah, thank God, she's shorter than me. She's shorter than me! Thank God! Wait, actually, let's look at FilionIsLost.com. What's going on with the wall now? Is it still up? We're gonna talk about the VTuber drama next, okay? We're going to talk about the VTuber drama next, because somebody got cancelled. And let's find out what it is. Give me a sec. Log me in. Okay, there we go. Alright, snackers. Is there anybody in the chat? Global. How many players are online? Oh, I guess this is global. There's 200 people online right now. Okay. Abel. Oh, hey, Abel clips. Okay. This is Krelly. This is Neuro-sama. This is Vidal, obviously. That's Filioners. Can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure Filion is Latina. I think so too. I think she's Mexican. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Help, no help. Oh, that's Fishman. Absolute Saint Lawrence. Oh, is that like the reference to the fucking that's probably a reference to the thing, to the game. Okay. Oh, hey. What the fuck is Mrs. Armpit doing over here? Crazy. There's a lot of Neuro-sama art though. Isn't she Canadian? She's Canadian? Wow. Oh, they made her busty. Okay, that's Lena. Oh, it's the gem meme. It's a translate gem meme on the train thing. I see it. I recognize these memes. I know Ball. I mean, I don't watch enough of Filion to know. I'm not gonna lie. Oh! It's the the Garfield face. Oh, this is one of those analog horror things. I like watching analog horror lore videos. Okay, the face of superiority or something. You don't know the power of the swarm when it comes to canvas? True. Oh shit, pregnant Sonic? What the fuck is going on here? Pregnant Filion, of course. Gura. Oh, Pot of Greed. Okay, okay. Snackers. Doing the Hail Hitler salute. That's not a Hail Hitler salute, but you know, would be very funny. Tutti Pies, okay. Oh, that's Mari Mari. And that's Krelly. So like chat, because I don't watch too much of Filion, what's like Filion's main friend group? You know how VTubers have like a main friend group? Like, yeah, sure, they collab with a lot of people, but they usually have like a main friend group. You know? Niarch, by the way. Is it just Neuro-sama and Krelly? I'm pretty sure there's more, right? There's a pregnant Mari Mari. Where is she? Where? I don't see it. Hold on. I'll try to find it. Oh, fuck. Oh, hey, that's Nux. Pipa, Mari Mari, Kersha, Nuro. Oh. Wait! Wasn't there drama with like Kershaw and what's it called? Cottontail? I didn't look into that. Fuck, now I kind of want to look into that now. I heard that there was drama, but I didn't see it. I was working during this time. Where is it? Where is it? Cottontail doesn't associate with a white supremacist. I mean, that geeks are kind of based. Can I see the tweet? Oh, I've seen this Tactical Templar guy. It kind of seems like he's a tourist. I'm not gonna lie. Cotton threw shade at Kershaw by calling her a grifter. Huh. Interesting.
Parentheses.
I want to
what's
see
called?
it.
Quotation marks.
I want to see it.
Implying that we're not
Badge.
girls. How'd they know I have a voice mod?
No. This
You have to do
couldn't be
this.
worse. This
I'm not
could
doing this.
be
I'm
worse.
not doing this.
could
I'm not
be
doing this.
worse.
Question: how did you grow your
Uh-huh.
melons?
All right.
Chat.
Connor, what do you think?
How did you grow your melons?
Should I
Can
send
I
to
be
Kershaw?
honest? I don't know nothing about this person aside from the fact that they're a little grifter. I don't know. I don't know nothing about them.
Whoa! Okay, but at the same time though, maybe don't say that while a frequent collaborator of that person is beside you. Like, you know, you can have that opinion, but don't say it in public, you know? You know? Like, chat, we have most VTubers have thoughts about a lot of people. But maybe don't say it in public, you know?
That they're a little grifter.
You're
I
kind
don't
of
know.
putting pressure on your collab partner and will start drama. And if it starts drama, you damn well know that I'm gonna fucking talk about it.
Know nothing about them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Everyone in politics is a grifter. Anyone in VTubing that I think talks about politics, to a certain extent, it depends on how they talk about politics, right? Because if what they exclusively do is just politics and all they do is tweet about it, all their content is all about it, maybe to a certain extent I can consider you a grifter, right? Like, you know, fucking like there's a lot of people like Anna Valence, for example, like, you know, there's Nyara, where all they do is talk about trans rights and shit like that. But then that doesn't mean that I also don't see it in the right-leaning side of things. To a certain extent, right? Kershaw didn't necessarily even start that way. Originally, Kershaw started talking about politics not as its own thing, but via side tangents or like side discussions when she actually does gaming content and shit, right? Like, it depends on how you do it. But I do think that there are grifters, yes.
Crazy. Like how delicate I try to be.
This
when
clip
I
is a
don't
year old, though. It is?
know, like a certain VTuber.
Well, I mean, it's because this guy fucking brought it up.
hates me. And like people in my chat will bring up, Kirsha, why don't you collab with this person? That'd be so fun. You and this person.
This actually last year?
Have X in common. It'd be great. Let's collab, Kirsha. And I'm like, oh no, you know, it's we don't have anything in common, really. Like, I always try to be really fucking nice about this shit, cause I'm not out here trying to start shit.
Wait,
And
so
then,
yeah, if this is a year old, then fucking if this is a year old, then there's no reason talking about this. Then who cares? God damn. I don't know. I feel like some people are really want to like stir things intentionally for trouble, right? Like not even in a I wanna talk about it because not in a I wanna talk about it because this is current hot thing and this will do blah blah blah. But even the most nothing burger shit, like they really wanna exaggerate it. Like, exaggerated to a degree that I think is weird. Yeah. And usually it comes from people that are kind of, that are touristy. We can't milk this? Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about this if it's fucking a year old. Like, who cares, dude? Happened over a year ago. I need to stop scrolling. I need to fucking start learning about Persona 6. I really do. Yep. Anyway, let's talk about the drama now. Let's talk about the drama now. Oh, look. Wait a minute. Calling someone, calling grifter someone just because you don't like them is pathetic. Yeah. But then again, there are actually unironically grifters in the sphere too. Yeah. Especially like I think one of the most important criterias for me to call someone a grifter is if they're tourists. Right? Yeah. If they're tourists. Like for example, like if a VTuber pivoted to become a political VTuber, right? That's not necessarily grifting to me. But then if there's someone that joined in 2024 or 2025 and all they talk about is politics or drama, that I can consider a grifter. Yeah. But then again, I recognize that at the same time, a lot of people use it as a label that it's one of those labels that kind of lost a lot of its meaning because people kind of throw it around willy-nilly. And it's kind of bullshit now. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's talk about the drama now. So I saw this. Because I saw this, okay? So at first, it comes from Miyatsu. For some reason, this person is familiar. Has she been involved in drama before? She has, right? Because I recognize this name. I just don't know from where. I'm in. Thank you so much for the support. Without you, I wouldn't have the opportunity. And apparently, she's part of the Sega Creator Zone. And because of people being so hateful, apparently she got removed. Like I mentioned in my streams, I accept anyone even if we have different opinions, but I guess people only like to mention how much of a bad person I am. Thanks, guys. I don't even know who I am and just want to show hatred. Okay. Miyatsu, hello. We want to thank you for your participation in the Sega Creator Zone and your contributions. Unfortunately, we're writing to inform you that you've been removed. Wow. This decision was made for the following reasons. Following an additional review of program eligibility and community safety standards, we've determined that we're unable to continue with your participation in the Creator Zone. Your access to the program will be removed effective immediately. The program is operated in alignment with Discord's terms of service and community guidelines. So like, wow. And then this person over here, Yorha Bathory, says she's lying, by the way, and there's a clip where she talks about stuff. Let's look at it. And then she says, still accept them in my streams even if we got differing opinions. Okay, what did she talk about?
Whole LGBTQ stuff. I never liked it. I'm not homophobic. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're lesbian.
Sure.
However, it is a problem when you're talking about transgender stuff. I feel like you're hurting your body. I think you shouldn't be supporting anybody that says that they're a different gender than what they really are. You're hurting your friends. You're actually this gender. No, these people are hurting, bro. You should not encourage that. If someone tells me, oh, call me a he or a she, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna call you by your name. Oh, I'm all of a sudden this gender. That's just not how that works. Anyone is male and female, and you're born with that biological thing. You are male and female.
Okay. Do I want to talk about my opinions on this matter? In my opinion, okay, yeah, actually, it's not even that volatile. In my opinion, right, I feel like, if I met somebody and they say, hey, I prefer to be called this, I will call them that. I think it's, in my opinion, I would like to think that's just courtesy, but we'll see. Still accept them even in my streams, even if we got different opinions. So is there any, do we have proof that she actually got rated? Do we have proof that her being reported by a lot of people are why she got terminated? Please don't bring this up anymore. Okay, she doesn't want any more drama. Looks at LARP. Okay, of course. Did you call a monkey character from a game a black person and thought it was funny? Pretty racist, gang. Okay, to be fair, if it was just a joke, then it is kind of funny. Okay. I mean, okay, buddy. I think the first I saw of that tactic Templar guy was a 15-second video about gatekeeping VTubers out of Warhammer 40k. Same mode, keep those woke foids from my chud hobbies rant. I mean, hey, he's the one getting into VTubing, my guy. So, he's the one, technically, he's the one being a tourist, if that's the case. For the record, Sega has an in-house localization team. Oh, I don't know. I don't know any of that. So do we have like actual like oh god, oh boy, opening this expecting a proper discussion or like proof. Me personally, I would like to find proof, right? Cuz I can, let's see. I can see myself, I can see this happening to me. I can see this happening to me, but because I cover drama, right? Like a lot of people like, hey, like for example, what's an example here? If I get into like the Genshin creator program, for example, or Hoyoverse creator program, and a lot of people don't like me, they're gonna fucking report me and shit, right? Because, oh my god, this guy's a fucking drama person. It's like, oh, okay, buddy, and then I get ejected out. I don't like the tactic of people reporting or getting sponsors away from people that they think is quote problematic, or you know, or if those people are targeting their friendships just to cause a scene, right? Because me personally, the only way a person, a content creator, can constitute as problematic is if they've committed a crime or is like an actual pedophile, for example, right? You're better not joining the MiHoYo creator program. Their contract isn't exactly fair. Oh, really? Interesting. Never heard of Sega before? Bro, it's literally like the biggest, one of the biggest Japanese game agencies, game companies. Proof is important today? That is true. We can dunk on Asman hypocrites because we have footage of him being hypocritical. Uh-huh. So, do we have proof? Oh, he got banned? Wow. So who is this person? So he got banned. Why he got banned? Me when I tried to save face. I'll accept their viewership because it makes me money, but I just don't believe people should have human rights. Sure. Okay, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people dunking on her. But like, do we have I guess there's not, huh? Wait a minute. So she gets removed because people didn't like her opinions. Yet Gigi, freaking Gigi, the most controversial IDW staff member, gets to keep her freaking job after she not only permitted a discussing book. Who is this? Who's Gigi? I was like, oh, I saw Gigi. I was like Gigi Murin? It's like, no, it's a different Gigi, I guess. Who the fuck is Gigi? Excuse me. That was disgusting. Chat, I don't know who Gigi is. I clicked on this because I thought I saw the word Gigi and I thought of Gigi fucking Murin for some reason. I've never been called hateful, I swear. Meanwhile, saying non-binaries don't exist and calling anyone who believe they do predators. Whoa, okay. We got fictional characters like robots. Just avoid the button. Who cares, bro? Yeah, I mean, very personally, who cares about this, right? But then, like, people are downplaying this hard, really trying to make me look stupid. It genuinely says a lot about the person when they do this and then ironically exposing themselves as the predator. Wait, really? Ha? What? Wow. Alright. Oh, she added Sega. Wow. She added Sega. I'm disappointed. Didn't you block an artist because you were commissioning because you found out they were trans? I mean, fucking at this point, I really don't know if, like, bro, when it comes to drama like this, I want to fucking believe, I want to find out, like, cause and effect, if is the drama warranted or not, but this shit is fucking inflammatory in the worst way possible. Inflammatory in the sense where nobody's actually talking about why she got banned or anything. It's just like, I can believe this exists. I've seen it happen all the time. But I'm not sure if this is the case of it happened unjustifiably, but it happened to the right person. Or maybe it happened, maybe the person making us think about it kind of low-key deserved it. Or maybe they didn't deserve it, but because of prior crimes, they might have. It's like, come on, dude, what's happening here? The left are so insufferable. She got removed. Wow, 1.1 million views. It's making a lot of... Can I also see the clip where she called a black person a monkey? And where she was openly being homophobic? I'd like to see it, bro. Is this it?
Can y'all stop with that, dude? Again, I have a hot take with that. I feel like it's stupid that a certain race can't say a certain word. Like, that's dumb to me. I feel like that alone is already racist as it is, but you know. That's my take on it.
Sure.
That's my take on it. But again, I'm just being real, okay? I'm not gonna say it though. I don't like to curse. It's a curse word. So I don't like to curse. But
haha, jokes on you guys. I am Southeast Asian. I'm Filipino. Negro is Spanish for black. We actually unironically use that term here, so I can unironically say it. I just don't like to say it.
But it's dumb though.
Because I'm gonna get cancelled.
I find that to be dumb. I have friends who don't even mind, but I don't say it anyways.
Okay, sure. Where's the black person monkey clip? Man, I don't like a lot of these things. Really, like this is why like I get like brain rotted when it comes to culture war shit. Especially when when identity politics is associated with it, is because a lot of it is name calling. It's like, it's literally this is me right now, okay? This is fucking me right now. I require context. Yeah, I want context. I want images and proof of said context. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Like, it's so brain rotty. As a Spanish speaker, I give you the pass. Thank you. Thank you. We the same Spanish language, Nosagi? I'm Filipino, so it's a different type of Spanish, I suppose. We're like the second-rate citizens. Yeah. Says you intolerant bigot. Proof right here, Dofus. Oh, I see. So this is like the Sega TOS. Interesting.
It was funny. If you have a problem with that, then that's not your kind of you know, if that's not.
I feel like at the same time though, if you stream a lot, then maybe don't talk about this on stream. Or if you don't want to get heat for shit like this, maybe don't talk about it on stream. Right? Like there's a reason why this is like directed to Mia specifically. Like if you don't want to get called out for this shit, maybe don't talk about like all of it on stream, right? Like there's a reason why the term "don't talk about politics" is a thing, right? If you have no politics, in your stream rule as a thing, as an example, maybe don't talk about it. You know? The Philippines is just Asian Mexico. True! We're basically like that. I love Twitter BS. Make accusation, unrelated clip that is vaguely related to it. You now believe the first accusation. Yeah, I don't like that either. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, come on, dude. Like, it's just that I've learned a lot. I've learned this the hard way. Where, like, I have to really ask for it. You know, it's like, oh man, no. If you're going to say that somebody is like this, I need, like, implications where she actually said that. Like, no, I kind of need hard proof there. Sorry, not implicit, explicit, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, my take still stands though. Like for me, for example, right? Like, I am aware that because I'm a drama person, I am prone and I am going to receive a lot of heat from people in lieu to me talking about drama, and me because I do commentary. It's just the nature of the genre of the content that I make, so I'm fine with it. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's something inherently political in there, but at the same time, because a lot of drama are also inherently political, I will get a lot of heat from political people. And I know that that affects my future relationships. That may affect how I do my sponsorships and X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, if you don't want that, or if you don't, like, you gotta, like, if you have a no politics rule in your shit, maybe don't go out of your way talking about politics, right? Like me personally, sometimes I talk about politics, but if you read my description right now, I say no politics and bringing up of past lives unless relevant. I don't go out of my way mentioning it. I talk about it when it's relevant. So, and I don't know the context for a lot of these things. I'm just talking about this from a very surface level point of view, and maybe from out of context clips. But it seems like from the things that we're seeing here, she likes to spurge about it, but then want to claim that she doesn't want to. So at the same time, I'm seeing a polarization there.
I'm asking because I saw a clip of you calling a monkey character a black person name, and then you said it was funny. Is this true? Yes, it was funny. It was funny. If you have a problem with that, then that's not your kind of you know, that if that's not your kind of joke.
I feel like you're also being defensive here. I am sorry. Look, again, I don't know this Mia person, but I feel like there's a certain extent here where you're intentionally doing it, or you're just being aggressively defensive, right? You're very defensive about it. Yeah, just say yes, and you don't have to say anything else, you know?
That you don't like the joke, then that is what it is. And you think that's racist? You know what racism is? Racism is when you...
I love racism. I love being racist.
It is when you
If you think that's not funny, you can get out of my fucking stream, baby.
hate someone because of their race.
Okay, true.
Now, making fun of stereotypes and stuff like that, that's not racism.
That's true. Yeah, I make fun of stereotypes a lot, yes.
That is just making a joke. Just like everyone else. I make fun of myself. I make fun of the way I talk, the way Cubans act. I
saw that.
That is just stereotypes. Okay? And when it comes to racism, that's something else. That's you hating someone, getting them away from you because of their race. That's
so I'm going... Here's basically how I know if somebody is racist, okay? If an Indian, a black person, or a Middle Eastern, like a Muslim person, is in your neighborhood or walks beside you, is your first instinct to fucking like walk the other side of the street or like make space or even hold your breath or like clutch onto your bags? That's my question.
That's racism.
Because you might not. I think I told you about this, chat. A lot of Filipinos are racist. They are. I know a lot of Filipinos. I see a lot of Filipinos when a black person. I guess this is called microaggression or fucking whatever. I know that when when a lot of Filipinos, or sorry, what am I saying? When there's a black person or an Indian that walks nearby, a lot of Filipinos, you know what they do? They walk on the other side of the street. They feel uncomfortable. They clutch onto their bags or whatever because they think it's gonna get stolen or whatever, right? Maybe to a certain extent. I mean, I guess to a certain extent that is racism, because I think like xenophobia and racism, like let's be real here. I'm gonna be honest for a bit. I think xenophobia and racism is basically on the same side. Xenophobia is basically when you're afraid of other races, right? Let's verify that. Xenophobia. Oh, sorry, I misspelled it. Xenophobia. Xenophobia is when you're afraid of other races. Yeah, basically. Yeah, when you're afraid of other races. Racism is like when you full-blown hate them. One is not as extreme as the other, but they're basically the same coin, just different shades. Just basically, yeah, just different shades, right? If, like, hold on, yeah. The fear of the stranger, I'm not afraid of them. I just don't want them in my country.
I need you guys to understand what racism is. Please, for the love of crap. Because I know how many times people like to say, you're racist because you said this. It's a joke. People did this in the 90s, in the 80s. People did this all the time. They did this all the time back in the day. And now people are too freaking fake.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Stereotypes not racism, it's a pattern recognition. It's just, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I agree that, you know, making fun of stereotypes isn't racism, yeah.
It's ridiculous. Racism is hating someone and getting them out of your life because you don't like their race. That's racism. Okay?
Lol, wait a minute, now I'm curious. What the fuck was that message? Same person who literally who milked drama for like 3 days to capitalize on it, by the way. Is it from this person? I want to see it now. And I'm more invested in like what the fuck the reply. Yep. That's Twitter for you. Yep, I should have done that. I should have done that. Think of it this way. If someone helps you fix a flat tire on the other side of the road and your first instinct is their race rather than thanking them, you have a problem. Yep. Yep.
Okay? You need to understand what the difference between racism and just making jokes are. And in fact, this person, bro, this person that called me out for that was also supporting me all the time. And now all of a sudden, because I got a bunch of hatred, they joined in on the hate.
Sure. I hate how she blatantly exposes how sensitive people are nowadays. I mean, to a certain extent, right? Like, I can see both sides, right? Like, I agree with her in that making fun of stereotypes isn't necessarily racist. But I guess I see the logic. Let's try to extend, let's try to extend a little bit of the backlash around her. And try to say that the reason why it's low-key kind of racist is because a lot of actual racist people like to, cushion or hide their racism by making fun of these jokes and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes that's true. To a certain, you know, I'd like to say a case of just because it happens sometimes doesn't mean it's necessarily true. But, you know, I have seen that happen. That is kind of true, yeah. I think the problem is what she lacks the confidence to stand by what she said. Aside from that, I think it's also because she gets baited into these. And aside from the no politics rule that she has on her channel, she likes to talk about it. Again, I don't know if she actually likes to talk about it, but there's a lot of clips where she talks about it, and to me, that kind of rings a bell. You know? And she also responds, as expected, people are clipping my stuff from my stream, and yes, this is how I define racism, keeping the video here in case the OG post is deleted. Racism is hating on people because of the color is their skin. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm asking because I saw a clip of you calling...
Oh, no, that's not this one. This one, okay.
You're black. I can't be the monkey. Oh, well, that makes it even better, bro.
Wait, what?
You're black. I can't be the monkey.
That's the monkey clip? I'm black. Okay, so Meet Your Morning over here says, I'm black, I can't be the monkey. That's the joke, and she laughs at it.
You're black. I can't be the monkey. Oh, well, that makes it even better, bro. That makes it even better.
Wait, is that it? It's just a comment from the stream and she's laughing at it, and then she just says, yeah, that makes it even better. Because, you know, haha, monkey, black jokes, blah, blah, blah. Damn. Crazy. Crazy. There's a difference between jokes mocking racial stereotypes and playing into them. You do the latter. So I'm not supposed to joke about playing in. No, I also disagree with this. I can make jokes mocking about racial stereotypes, but I also can make jokes playing into them. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I mean, hey, I think the whole okay. I think I formed my take. I think I formed my hate chat. My take chat. Oh, sorry. Where's her original tweet? Okay. I think the racism allegations are kind of weak. I have no direct proof that this person is racist. At most, I can say they're probably xenophobic. They like to make fun of memes. They like being edgy, right? And maybe that's fine. Depending on the internet, on the part of the internet where you're at, maybe that's fine, right? Again, to a certain extent, I'm okay with race jokes. I'm okay with a lot of these edgy humor. I even like it. But at the same time, I think she herself embroiling herself in a lot of these is and talking about it frequently is not a good look for her. Because she's talking about it, and then she's whining about the repercussions of talking about it. You can't do one without the other, you know? And I think this statement where you say, still accept the, she's talking about transphobia in this, okay, so she's talking about how you can't be trans or whatever, like you disagree with someone being trans here, right? Still accept them even in my streams, even if we got different opinions. I think this makes you look weird. Right? And it's not because I necessarily agree with it. It's mostly because I think you shouldn't have replied to it. Right? I think you shouldn't have replied to it. Because I can believe in the notion that people are coming into... there are people annoying her in her chat and saying trans rights out of nowhere. And, you know, yeah, if you were in my chat and you suddenly said that, and we don't have... And if you're in my chat... I'm not talking about anything related to identity politics, and it's not even relevant, and you suddenly spam me, you suddenly start saying shit like trans right, yeah, I'm going to give you a warning, and if you keep doing that, I'm probably gonna ban you. Again, other people don't have that grace, right? But if you're doing that, then yeah, you deserve to get banned. But if it's like mild, very lukewarm shit when it comes to like the topic of of LGBT stuff, and you say this, it's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have said anything at all. You didn't bring it up. You didn't need to bring it up. Like, still accept them in my streams even if we got different opinions? How? That's not exactly what's happening here. You know what I mean? I think, from what we've seen, I think this is a case of you maybe don't deserve it, but at the same time, you bitching and whining about it, you discussing it in the way that you do, you brought it onto yourself. You know? Like, I think, like, that's a very lukewarm take. I don't think what I'm saying here is necessarily egregious, right? But if you don't want the backlash, if you are as accepting as you say you are, then maybe don't talk about it that much. Maybe don't talk about it in a very volatile way, as much as a lot of the clips painted it to be. Like, especially in this one, right? Like, you can have these opinions and stuff like that, but you gotta expect to get fucked. right? Like me, for example, I already know a lot of the LGBT people don't like me, even if I do say that I am very accepting of gay, lesbians, and trans people, because one of my four core and foundation principles is that people are allowed to have autonomy. People should be allowed what to do with themselves. People should have agency with themselves as long as it doesn't hurt other people, right? The moment you cross the other people line, that's when I start calling you out, right? Like, I truly do believe that. But at the same time, I don't agree with a lot of the extreme takes that a lot of these like LGBT people say. That's why I make fun of them. I make fun of the whole pronouns in the bios things, right? Because they say a lot of weird shit. So of course, I make jokes mocking their stereotypes. That's why I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm transphobic. That doesn't mean I'm against the LGBT movement. I just think they're weird sometimes. That doesn't make me transphobic. That doesn't make me anti-LGBT. And I expect people to not understand that. And that's why I don't bitch and whine about it if people call that out about me. Right? Because that's just part of the culture war. People refuse to see nuance. People refuse to hear what the other side is saying. So, in the case of this, it's hard to say. Yeah. Mildly, you say true, mildly. Yeah, mildly. Yeah. It is hard to say. She does even talk about it since these streams are just clip hours. Maybe, yeah. That's just my take on it. Ultimately, at the end of the day, or provide real evidence. Yeah, I would like to think, chat, we had to fucking look through it just to see fucking evidence. At the same time, these people calling her out to be, racist or whatever, and then not bringing up the stream until I had to look through a little bit. It's like, come on, dude. This is why I hate the culture war stuff. It's just people throwing, shade and fucking, name-calling, egregious name-calling, reaching out, doing name-reaching for a lot of these things. It's pretty fucking weird. I don't like it. Yeah. I'm detransitioned and have a lot of people call me names and shit because I betrayed the community. Oh shit, really? Wait, that's a thing? Okay, to be fair, I've never heard about that, but is that a thing? Just some guy with Kaminashad. That's a thing? Where people call you out just because you detransitioned? Wow. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I mean, yeah, that's basically why I don't like participating in it, right? In the culture war stuff, everyone, even the right-leaning side of the industry would like, even on the right-leaning side of the aisle, I would like to think, are all about if you're not with us, you're against us type of thing. I see infighting both in the left and the right-leaning side. They don't necessarily agree one-to-one on a lot of things, right? Because a lot of the chuds are not necessarily Christians, but then a lot of chuds are Christians, so there's a lot of things there going on. And then there's a lot in the left-leaning side, there's a lot of far left-leaning people that are like communists/socialists, and a lot of people who aren't even that. So they have a lot of infighting. It's a lot of bullshit. Yeah. Extremely rare. Journalists isn't looking hard enough. True. It's all team sports. Yeah, it is team sports. It's pretty retarded, and that's why I don't participate in it. At least I try not to, right? Like right now, in lieu of me talking about it right now, is me participating in it, right? But again, that's just because a lot of drama even in the industry right now have a lot of are laced with politics. So it's hard not to talk about it unless it is relevant. Yeah. At this point, it's just womp womp now. I really don't like the word chud. It lost all its meaning. I like the word chud. I think it's a funny word. It's like foid. Right? Like, I think it's a funny word. Like, chud. Like, it's such a funny word. Chud and foid. I was going to sleep through that reveal. Oh, she's probably talking about those, she's probably talking about, like, Persona 6. Yeah. Both the left and the right are alliances of convenience. They are not fully united, just blocks to defend against the other side. Yeah, I'd say so too. So, what's her last... Okay, let's look at her tweet. What's her last take on this? Okay, sure. Huh. Okay, it's whatever. What's a foid? Oh, it's basically a female humanoid. It's supposed to be a word that's like, it's not necessarily a slur, but it's supposed to be a word that will dehumanize women. But people have kind of used it ironically because it's a funny word. Like, you know, if there's a foid, then there's also a moid. So I keep using moid too. It's funny. I like penis haver more though. I like penis haver more, but it's longer. So moid is the word now. Also, I saw this. All right, let's talk. Let's move out of the culture war stuff. Let's talk about this now. I just received this message in VGen, and what the heck? Hi, I previously placed a commission with you, and which went very well. I really felt special because of your kindness and sweetness, but you're like this with everyone, and it's discouraging. You're an artist. Shouldn't you give preferential treatment to people who pay more? I won't be buying from you again. I can't help but feel hurt. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I can't help but like... Hold on. I'm trying to look for something. Low-key, I can't help but respect it. The absolute audacity that you'd have to say, that you would need to have to say this to someone. Like, holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. Why are you nice to all your clients and paying you more? You should treat me better. Yep. Yep. And I'm going to be a sexist here and say, it's probably a Foyd saying this. I can't help but it'll hurt my ass. Yep. I mean, I just treat my artists like drug dealers, basically, right? I feel like that's the correct way. I pay for your shit. We have a nice conversation, and then you go away, because I'm done. He's done. You know, the more Pegasus line. I'm done. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, indeed. And then I also saw this. Why are NTR fans of her are suddenly showing up on my timeline? VTuber Kitakoji Hisui has announced that she's engaged and plans to get married, extremely rare in the world of corporate VTubers. The announcement caught fans completely by surprise and is already being seen as a historic moment within Nijisanji. Just remember that there was a huge popular VTuber who left Hololive, became independent only to announce her marriage. Wow! More details here. Okay, let's look at the details. Wow! Congrats, bro! Did you see the weird Gears of War trailer? No, I haven't seen the Summerfest thing. So, like I said, I'm not really interested in games anymore these days, yeah. I'm more about VTubers and anime and movies these days. I have watched Obsession. Not Obsession, sorry. I have watched, lately, the past 3 days when I was sick, I decided to go on movie hunting. Movie watching. I watched Masters of the Universe. I watched, The Backrooms. And what's the other movie? I watched another movie. I forgot what it was. Yeah. Oh, she's an OG who debuted in 2020, became known for her charisma. Okay. So imagine finding out that she decided to announce she's getting married even without leaving the company. I mean, Nijisanji has that buff. Nijisanji doesn't really appeal to that sort of crowd, so it makes sense that she's It makes sense that she's able to do this. Imagine, right? Like, dropped hints. Basically, she had an important personal announcement. Imagine if that's what Gura said. Or Filion. God damn. Imagine. Wait, I thought there were more details, bro. You debated me. I thought there were more details. How were those movies? Backrooms, like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. I think the first half of the movie was a slow burn. Like it definitely the backrooms. Okay. Look, the backrooms definitely felt the liminal spaces like horror that a lot of people really miss. I think it did, right? Like there were a lot of times, like for example, when the main character, I forgot the main character's name. When the main character discovered the backrooms for the first time, and they were like exploring it, like I definitely felt out of it captured the fucking horror, right? Because it felt like creepy. It felt like I felt unnerved when he was doing a lot of things, right? Especially when there was a lot of things that were wrong in that liminal space thing, and then the monster was suddenly behind him. Or not behind him, when he started hearing the monster in the back rooms, that's when it started being oof. It was interesting. But then low-key, it sacrificed a lot of the horror elements in the later half of the movie for the themes, for the messaging of the movie. Right? Because they kind of made backrooms into a thing about how into a thing about trauma, how the world or how the backrooms is basically how the world remembers things and it remembers it wrong. And it's kind of there's a linkage here about how people, especially the main character, fails to go through trauma in the how to go through and work through their trauma in the real world, and instead would rather go to the backrooms, right? Because that's how he remembers things. That's how wrong people shit are. But then it started to feel a little bit, there's a bit of an SCP thing going on where there's a corporation that's like exploring the backrooms and trying to figure out what's going on there. And I felt that was like the weakest part of the movie. Like, I don't know where the fuck that came in. I feel like the messaging of the movie would have still worked just as effectively if there wasn't this fucking SCP B plot. And it's like, I mean, I guess, bro. Yeah. Exit 8? Yes. Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I felt like it was an okay movie. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't okay. It wasn't good in the legendary sense, right? It wasn't like, it wasn't Exit 8, or it wasn't what's a good horror movie that has an excellent theme? Like it okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's use Hereditary. It's not Hereditary or Exit 8 levels of good, but it's still decent. I would like to think it's still worth your money. So, if you're interested in that, like, it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10. I think you'll come out of it pleasantly surprised. I'd still recommend it, Yeah. Iron Lung was a hard watch. I didn't get to watch Iron Lung, bro. Because in here, where I live, it was only showing for one day. And I had a fucking day job in that one day, so I couldn't watch it. It's fucked up. Cabin in the Woods. Okay, Cabin in the Woods works as an interesting dissection of like horror movie tropes. So, Cabin in the Woods, you have to look at it not necessarily as a full-blown scary horror movie, but like a horror movie parody. If you look at it with that lens, a non-humorous horror movie parody. If you look at it at that lens, you'll enjoy the movie for what it is. It's a deconstruction. Okay, yeah, deconstruction is a good word for it. Yes. It's such a fun. It's a fun movie. I still like it. Yeah. I have not watched Obsession yet. I will watch it. Where I live, it has a showing. I rigorously watch the cinema showing in my area every day. So Obsession starts. The showing in Obsession starts in about 2 days. So I am gonna watch that. Yeah. Like a scary movie. Yeah, basically like a scary movie. Oh! I watched the Gundam movie. That's the other movie that I didn't talk about. I watched the Gundam movie, and you have to, bro. Nobody was watching the Gundam movie where I live. Okay. I'm going to send you guys a fucking picture right now. I'm going to send it to myself, and I'm gonna show it on stream. There was nobody watching the Gundam movie, bro. Like, my entire cinema was empty. It was really only me and one fat dude. And that was it. And I can believe that that fat dude was a Gundam fan because he was out there wearing a fucking Gundam merch. I'm like, fuck, dude. Fuck, that's so sad. Where is it? Where's the fucking movie? What Gundam movie? The Hathaway movie. The new Hathaway movie. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh fuck. Okay, it's on my burner phone. It's on my burner phone. It's not with my main phone. Okay, gotcha. Dian took the empty cinema personally. Yeah, because that fucking I have like a vested interest in it because if fucking if Bandai Namco sees that their movies don't do well where I live or in the Philippines in general, they're not gonna fucking do it. They're not gonna show it in the future, man. Like there's a finance like people have to show up to the fucking movies for the film companies to keep showing it there, and I feel sad. I feel sad if it's not gonna happen. Like if the third Hathaway movie doesn't show in the Philippines, I'm gonna be super sad. Yeah. Like Scary Movie? Oh, I have not watched the new Scary Movie. I enjoyed watching Scary Movie 1 and 2. Scary Movie 5 and Scary Movie 4 and 3 even I felt was weak. But, you know. Yeah. Which part was sad? The fat guy or the empty theater? Oh, no, the fat guy and me talked. Like, the fat guy and me was like, I hit up a conversation with him. It's like, oh, yeah, cool shirt. I guess not many people are fans here, huh? Like, you know, we started conversing, and I started spurging about Gundam. It was fun. I like talking to fat, nerdy dudes. I really do. Because it's the fat, nerdy dudes that I can guarantee you are the most passionate and well-versed about, like, the hobby that they are doing. Right? Yeah. Oh, hey, that's me. Hey, that's me. Fuck. Fuck. Ali and Sally tried to. Oh god, no, we're not gonna watch that. We're not gonna watch that. We're not gonna get into it. Oh shit.
I remember Kiara saying you're very animated.
Okay. Let's watch this from Nuhosaurus. Hi. Crony addresses the real reason she became a VTuber. What's the Asmon news? Oh, I already covered the Asmon news. Part 3 is gonna be so good. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid they're not gonna show it here.
Body language. Oh yeah. I've always been told that growing up, so maybe that's why it wasn't really a problem growing up, because, like, and I think even Kiara said, oh, it's starting to make more sense. Because when it's just through voice, it's kind of hard to tell whether you're being serious or not. But then now that I see you in person, I can see that you're, like, you know, I can see that you're joking. I can tell what you're thinking, kind of thing. Or, well, I can tell what your emotions are better. I think that was what she told me, too. So, I also did hear that when you do, one thing I kind of take pride in is that when you do VTubing, apparently there's this thing called puppeting, and you gotta be a lot more animated.
Yes, you gotta. Yes. This is a thing that a lot of VTubers gotta do, right? Like when they're a VTuber, you gotta act. Like when you do a reaction, you gotta make the face. You gotta be This is why I think theater kids and VTubings are like a match made in heaven. I would like to think, because like when you react and when you use something, you gotta be animated in order to capture like a full range of your models and shit, right? Because when you're just like me, and I have a fucking shitty ass. Well, it's not shitty. But like my model is not. It doesn't really lean itself to like expressions well. So I can't really show how shocked I am as much as like a VTuber model with an actual face does. But yeah.
I don't really do that. And I'd like to think, well, okay, I don't do it as much, but I don't really need to do it as much because I'm so expressive.
Yes.
I don't really know that specifically. I don't really analyze my actions when I just talk. Is the thing. I'm not that self-conscious. If I was that self-conscious, I would never step outside and have a conversation with anyone, which, to be fair, I hated doing that.
Sure.
The only reason why I'm able to go around and be able to take orders is because growing up, I had to take care of, well, I didn't have to take care of, like, my parents too much, like, my family member, and I had to take care of my parents because
Oh, she went into VTubing because she needed the money?
my parents aren't really fluent in English, and that's why we had to take care of them from a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I had it relatively easy, but still, I would have to step up and do better about ordering things,
Mm-hmm.
ordering food.
She was a
And
good
I
girl.
was
Oh,
really-
true. No, maybe that's why she's into pet play, right? She needs somebody to praise her, and her parents can't do that. I'm psychoanalyzing Crony right now. It makes sense.
Very timid. I was scared to order my food or just talk. But now here I am. And yet you're still bad at explaining things. Okay, well, nobody can keep up with my thoughts is the thing.
Okay.
Doesn't like talking becomes VTuber. Well, that's because, so the thing is...
VTubers are bad at communicating. Like, she's not bad at talking. Maybe she is bad at communicating, though.
I like the idea of talking to other people. I want to be a streamer.
I do, too. I'm just scared. Guys, I'm actually very shy IRL, okay? I don't really talk to people. I like the idea of talking to people a lot. And that's why, like, my outlet for that is streaming, right? And making my autistic schizophrenic videos. But I'm actually very shy IRL. I will not engage with you unless you talk to me first.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not like a streamer, but I like the idea of being online because I got to be someone that I wasn't. I was especially more talkative through text. Not really through voice chats or anything like that. I consider myself to be relatively funny through text, but
Like
not
Saikuno?
really in voice.
True. I need to get my XP up, true.
Yeah, but since I didn't really talk to a lot of people growing up, I like the idea of talking to people at a distance. But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that I'd be here too. So life works in mysterious ways. And I like voice acting too because everyone.
Crony
kinda
might
saw it.
actually be autistic, diagnosed or undiagnosed. Thank you, mildly. Hey, you said it, not me. But low key, look, man, I have a thing for bipolar, ADHD, autistic girls. The fact that I like Crony, and you know my senses are tingling, you know, might tell you enough. Might tell you enough. No, unironically, I'm into them though.
Even my English teacher nicknamed me Eeyore because of the way I talk.
Oh!
And my overall
I thought she said Ehor. What the fuck? Okay.
attitude. I would
Yeah,
kinda,
Eeyore from like Winnie the Pooh, right?
like nod off. So I was affectionately nicknamed as Eeyore, and I liked it because I thought it suited me.
She liked it because you know she likes being pet played. She likes being given names.
And then, you know, I would just like play around, you know, do some voices, whatever. And I thought it was really cool because I get to be someone that I'm not. And that's what I really liked about the internet was that you can.
I'm glad she understands it. Oh god, of course you don't doubt Crony. I never doubted Crony, but it's just it's more affirmation, I guess. I'm glad that she understands it. Right? Because the main appeal of VTubing is that you're supposed to represent or do or be someone or something that you're not, or exaggerate those parts of yourself that you wanted to exaggerate. Like there's a reason why this is actually the reason why VTuber IRL versus IRL actually popped off. Contrary to why a lot of the newer VTubers like it these days, the main appeal of VTuber versus IRL isn't supposed to be that you show how similar your face is to the actual VTuber model that you have. It's supposed to be like a mirror into like what kind of person you actually are IRL versus your actual VTuber model, right? Like I'm going to show you guys some links right now, or maybe I can't. Maybe I can't right now. But the first versions of the VTuber IR versus IRL are actually just arts. Yeah, like arts of the person, of themselves. Like the VTuber model has like white hair or pink hair, with like really puffy clothes and starry eyes and like all these things. Meanwhile, their IRL is just a version of them with black hair, eye bags under their eyes, glasses and shit like that. That contrast is supposed to be the reason why that trend was so popular. But then, as it is with newer people, they forget that was actually the real reason why people do VTubing, and they run with the newer stuff.
You can be your ideal self.
Yep.
And people in
okay,
real life doesn't really get to know exactly what I do, but if they found out by any chance, they would be surprised because they would think, oh, I didn't know you can do voices like that.
I think Pecora is also probably the best example for this. All right, I think to a certain extent, maybe the reason why I like Pecora so much is because I see so much relatability in her. Pecora on stream, on camera, is very funny, very gimmicky, very movement, or very slapstick, And but IRL, she doesn't even know how to talk to people, right? And she doesn't talk to people unless people talk to her first. And there's a few people that might take offense to that sort of thing because they don't understand, right? And I find myself relating to that sort of thing, right? Because you see me right now, and I'm very, let's say, I would like to think, I think people see me and think I'm very coherent. I'm very, maybe not intellectual, but what's the term I want to use here? Very fluent? No, not fluent. What's another term for fluent? I know how to speak properly. Or I know how to use my words. Or, what's the term I want to use here? No, there's another term. I want to use the right term for it. Charismatic. I guess charismatic is a. Oh, eloquent. Yeah, eloquent. Yeah. Some people might say that I'm eloquent or well-spoken, or that I know how to use my words. Right. I'm very niche. I'm very nuanced. Blah blah blah. Right. But IRL, I don't come across like this. We meet IRL. I actually don't like to talk a lot. I like to enjoy in the presence of somebody's silence. When I talk to people IRL, my social battery runs out very fucking fast. Shit like that, right? And that's why I like to stream a lot, because I get to pretend that I'm this smart person. I'm this very smart, charismatic, I'm this very shitposty person, this very funny clown person. But IRL, I'm actually not like that. So that's why I like to live off of this fucking fantasy.
And then even if I was super timid and introverted, keeps to myself, I wasn't the type of person to get angry. I was the type of person to bottle it up.
True, same. Oh god, maybe this is why I like Crony. Maybe this is why I like certain types of people, right? My Oshis are the type of person who I find a lot of similarities to in regards to how we see VTubing, and even how we see IRL, how we act IRL and how we act offline.
And start crying. I was very timid growing up.
Articulate? I don't know if articulate is the word I'd use too, by the way. I mean, Armchair is much more articulate and eloquent than me. He has a background and he actually studied for that. Meanwhile, I'm a high school dropout, you know?
Online, I can pretend to be cool.
True, same! I can pretend to be funny and based. True.
And, swear. I didn't swear in real life too, because, I mean, I wasn't allowed to, understandably so.
Okay.
Yeah. But I could do that. I could swear, I could pretend to be cool, and people would want to be friends with me. And I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
People thought I was like cool enough to be friends with me because they don't have to see me.
Uh-huh.
You had to pretend to be cool. Like I said, like an ideal.
I mean, yeah, aside from that, I'm gonna expand on Crony. You really think all the content creators that you know right now, especially the ones that aura farms, don't pretend or exaggerate certain parts of themselves to appear that way? What's the most themselves VTuber that you think that you know right now? Like VTubers that just quote act like themselves. You think, let's say, okay, let's use Calliope Mori. I feel like Calliope Mori might be like a cool example there. You think Calliope Mori doesn't fucking exaggerate certain parts of themselves to appear as based and funny and blah 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 to the extent that we see? Kiara? Oh yeah, true, Kiara. You think Kiara doesn't exaggerate her reactions and fucking and horny post on main genuinely and exaggerate, like, you know, the lesbian tendencies? Of course she does. What do you mean? Of course she does.
It's like putting out your ideal self.
Chibidoki? Okay, Chibidoki is different because she's ADHD and autistic. So, you know, it just comes out, it just comes naturally.
I would not swear right now.
What if you swear right now?
Yeah. So, I don't know. It made me happy. And then, you know, during lunchtime or something, I have like someone to talk to. And I thought that was pretty nice. Yeah.
She sounds like she's a girl that just received attention and like good affirmations for a while.
And now I am cool.
Of course. Crony is cool. I love Crony.
I don't know. Yeah.
Crony is cool. Nobody say that. That sounds lonely? Okay, I mean. Not wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine if I see one of you people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you be my friend. Oh, thank you.
Oh, she's becoming parasocial.
Yeah,
She's becoming parasocial. Okay. Cool. Sure. Sure, it's kinda cute. Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can get a lot. I get a lot of, Oh, hey, I watched this. This was 2 years ago and I watched it? Wow. Maybe I've always been a fucking... Since 2 years ago. Jesus.
Jame. Bork, 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 bork. Ruff, arf, Crony's EP. Ruff, bark, bark, woof, grr. Woof to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, arf, storm. Bark, bark, ruff, woof, bark, arf, grr. Ruff, arf, awoo. And Gunpuku, Crony's Discord kitten.
Wow.
Oh.
All of this for $10, by the way. She wants to do it. No, chat, you know how your fucking favorite streamers will probably ask like for a red super chat for this. Nope, Crony just needs $5 or $10. $10, yeah.
Meow. Meow, meow. Hiss. Purr.
You called the pet play the end? I did. I fucking did. I knew it. I knew Crony was the type to be like this even before the allegations started. Stop this? No, you will watch it.
Meow. Hiss. Purr. Wait to you. Meow, meow. Purr. Mew. Meow. Storm. Meow. Hiss. Purr. Nuzzles you. Meow, meow. EP. Mew. Meow. Purr.
Awesome. Great. She covered the allegations with a bright neon sign that says yes. So true. So real. So true and real, even. God damn, I love Crony. Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. God, it's probably gonna be a clip. It's probably gonna be a clip. And it says, Okay, chat. Who is this? Who is this? We're gonna watch the clip. Who is this? I mean, I fucking can't read Japanese. Okay, wait. We're gonna wait for her to talk, and then I'm going to guess who it is. Wait, talk. Cute. I can't identify that. I need her to talk so I can identify who it is. That's Nene. That's Nene. Wait, is that Nene? Hold on. I need proof, bro. Keep talking. That sounds like Nene. But I can't tell because the mic is I can't. Okay, it's hard for me to tell. Okay, it's hard for me to tell. Yeah, cause she's very soft spoken here. Nene is usually not soft spoken, so it's hard for me to tell. Or yeah, music is too loud. Yeah, maybe it's that. Yeah. Nene is a bit more Genki when it comes to talking. So I actually unironically cannot tell. Huh. Ayame? Ayame. No, maybe? Fuck it, we're gonna read comments. We're gonna read comments. My bet, if I had to gamble, I have to say it's Nene. Sure. Come on. I think I figured out why rabbits are so cute. So it's not Nene? To be honest, I mean, it's a HoloLive member. It has to. It's a HoloLive member. Remember. I don't. To be fair, I don't watch too much of Nene to actually know a lot of the to know a lot of the references. Belly drum equals Nene. Why is that? Okay, I don't watch too much of Nene. Why is that? Is that like an inside joke? Oh, there we go. A surprising realization, such a cute. Fuck me in the ass. Oh. Oh, when I translated this, I did not see this. I did not see the stag beetle part. I saw the why on earth and then stopped reading. Surprising realizing such a cute girl isn't just a fictional character, and the surprise that a girl like her is actually breeding stag beetles. So it is Nene. I see. Okay, great, awesome. Awesome. I still have it. I still have it. She's so soft spoken. The reason why I was doubting that it wasn't Nene, is because she's so soft spoken here. But again, it could just be because the music is too loud. Oh, I'm guessing she does a lot of that in Nene's streams. Nene belly drum. Does she actually do that? Wow. I see. Cool. That's cool. Hey, that's me! That's me! Oh god. Oh god. Who is this? Alright, let's play this game. Okay, let's play this game where we fucking we try to guess. We look at all the secret Hololive PLs and then we try to react and guess who it is. You don't even need to talk about that one. Her tits here are not that big though. We don't even need to guess who it is, bro. But like her tits here are not that big. What happened? Maybe just the nature of her jacket thingy? Interesting. Who is that? Amazing. Dude, it's like 1 second of her voice and you already know who it is. Hold on. Right? Like Yep, you immediately already know. Oh, diesel patches? Oh wow, Parrot streamed. I didn't know. Fuck yeah, dude. Chihaya thinks of herself as a gal who is kind to otaku. Base, dude. You know, there's a okay, chat. So in Japan, there's a trend of this. There's a lot of hentai and there's a lot of mediums where the premise is that it's a gal that's very kind to otaku and sometimes even like fucking them. Like it's a trend for some reason. Why is that? Yeah, why is that? Hi.
一旦どっかから下に降りるか。教えんのもうちょい我慢してて。もうちょっとして分かんなくなったら聞くから。ニヤニヤしてて。なんでそこに気づかねえんだよってニヤニヤもやもや待ってて。今画面に映ってるのに全然気づかない。全然気づかないんですけれども。じゃあそのメガネは伊達メガネですかな。でちょっとニヤニヤしててもらっていい？
She's playing Dark Souls, I guess. I hear the Dark Souls.
もしかしてメガネの度が合ってないのでは？違う、みんなのイメージじゃないよ。みんなのイメージじゃないけど。
We don't think ourselves are that creepy. They got insulted, bro.
こんな風に待っててねって。他の子。ディフっててってこと。ちはやし。我々ちはやしのお力になりたいですござるが。
Nice.
ちはやしまだ我々の力がいらないと思うので我々。
Polka said that Gyaru's no otaku is cute but unrealistic and I trust the clown. Yeah, basically, that is true. Like, it's very rare for a Gyaru to have weeb interests, you know? Yeah. Yeah. It's like if a goth girl is interested in fucking trains. Like, it's, sure it happens, but it's like, 95% of the time it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It is Dark Souls.
死んでしまうとは情けない。いけませんな、ちはやし。そこは落ちますぞ。やめて。オタクくんやめて。オタクくん私。
Then she's gonna fuck them on the couch, right? Like she's gonna teach the otaku how the pleasures of being a man or something.
私頑張ってんの。
I mean, there's different types of gyarus, you know?
だからってマウント取んないで。仲良くしようよ。いいじゃん、オタクくんと一緒にさ。
Oh, true.
オタクくんと一緒に。
Have you seen that hentai where the gal just wants to go into the otaku's place so she can read manga, and as a return, as to return in like, you know, to return the otaku in letting her do that favor, she lets him do what he wants with her body and fucks him. Yeah, that hentai was hot. What's the name? I know that hentai. I've recommended it to a few friends. To a lot of my Gunner friends even. What's the name? I forgot.
マルチでやりたいなと思ってじゃあ頑張ってんのになんでオタクくんそんなこと言うの？
Your role playing is inconsistent. True.
いやいや、一貫して千早はオタクに優しいギャルだが、ヌルポ。
Uh huh. Ga. Ga.
君たちのガを待っていたぞ。
Nice. So cute and true. Then that's not specific at all? Wait, really? It's the girl that was watching, or it was the girl that was raiding Attack on Titan. Or a ripoff of Attack on Titan. And the guy was hamming her. It was the girl that originally didn't feel anything, but then as the guy kept progressing, she started to feel something. And then the second episode, a new girl, another gal, another Gyaru senses something going on with Otaku and the other gal. So she seduces the Otaku, and then the first gal finds out. There's like 20? Wait, yeah, but there's only one of them that watched Attack on Titan, right? Only one of them, I think. Fuck. No, you're right. Fuck. I don't know how to be specific about this. Hold on. Who is this pearl? We're gonna guess who it is this, okay? We're gonna guess who this is. Hello? There's no audio. Is this just fucking pictures? Chat, there's no audio. Max audio. Let's refresh it. Oh, there's no audio. Never mind. I can't guess if I don't have audio. Boo! Oh god. I'm gonna know who that is soon. Huh. Huh. Why everyone hates Asian men? That's not true. Well, maybe it is true. Can't fit. True. Fuck. Maybe I am a fake fan. I can't tell without audio. Unfortunately, I know ball, but I don't know that ball. You know? Unfortunately, that is the case. Okay. Well, maybe that's it for tonight, chat. How long did we run? Was it 2 hours? Did we run for 2 hours? Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for today. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? Do we have anyone we want to raid? Redirect. Who's live? Okay, none of my friends are live. Alright. So I'm guessing that's it for today, chat. I hope you enjoyed thank you for the super chats, by the way, too. I appreciate it, and thank you all for coming into the stream and engaging with me. And thank you for being civilized. What hour is it in the Philippines? It's 4:48 a.m. I have work in like an hour and 30. I still need to take a bath, and I still need to... Oh shit, maybe I'll watch Obsession after I go home from work. Like, I'll just hit the mall real quick. Yeah. Alright. Work time is... Oh, I know this video. She dances in this video. Pretty cute. Pretty fucking cute. It's pretty late. Yeah, I mean, I started streaming at 2 a.m. So it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes, I think, yeah. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's all. Womp womp, chat, womp womp. I'll see you guys later. Fuck, man. Now my fucking YouTube recommended is filled with these people. Oh shit. You see this? Hold on. Before you go, you see this? An IQ, it's the meme. Chat, it's the meme. An IQ too high. It's the meme. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for coming into the chat. Thank you all for the super chats. And I will be there. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye.